What's up, Taiwan? Good morning. I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. After a 3-year hiatus, Taiwan's biggest book fair, the Taipei International Book Exhibition, has officially opened. It's welcoming local and international publishers, including, for the first time, Ukraine. Louis Watt is there.
I'm here at the World Trade Center in Taipei for the first international book fair here in 3 years. That's because of COVID. Now it's one of Asia's biggest literary events, and before the pandemic it was attracting 500,000 visitors. As you can see, there's already a fairly good turnout so far, given that Taiwan is still going through a huge spike in COVID cases. Demonstrating the importance of this event, the Vice President William Lai turned up for the opening ceremony. Many of the stands around me are international publishers, and France is the guest of honor for this 2022 fair. And there are stands also from Poland, Germany, and the European Union. Now, one of the stands that is expected to attract a lot of attention is Ukraine. And joining me now is Valentina Butenko from Ukraine's national book platform. Now, Valentina, this event is clearly important to you, given that you're here with what's going on back home. Why is it so important?
Well, firstly, I'd like to say it's a huge privilege to be here. Being in Taiwan, given what's going on, isn't what I imagined to be. A few months ago, I was back in Ukraine, hiding from bombs. So this is a really unique opportunity. And, given that, the reason it's so important to be here is because this is a very unique chance for us to bring Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian books, and most importantly, Ukrainian voices into the national stage. Because what Ukraine is facing right now, it's an existential crisis where Russia is seeking to eliminate the very idea of Ukrainians. And Ukrainians, our identity, it's preserved through culture, it's preserved through books. The way to preserve that under this current threat is to bring it into the mass consciousness, to bring it into the mass market. Bringing Ukrainian language and culture and books to the world, it's so crucial in the fight about what Ukraine is fighting for today, about our right to exist and our right for our voices to be heard.
Thank you, Valentina. And as well as giving voices a platform here at the book fair, organisers hope that the 6-day event will also give the whole publishing industry a much-needed post-COVID boost. Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus at the Taipei World Trade Center.
An LGBT Dragon Boat team is gearing up for the biggest race of the year, which begins Friday to mark the Dragon Boat Festival. They're not just hoping for a win. As Louis Watt reports, they're also trying to make it easier for gay athletes to come out.
With more than 100 members, Asia's largest LGBT dragon boat team has been training on this river for more than 6 years. Zhang Yikai, a nurse from Taichung in central Taiwan, is one of their newest members.
加入这个团队之后，我觉得可以认识更多的跟我一样的人，然后让我觉得不孤单。以外，我也可以让我就是更投入在运动里面。
左脚尖朝前，右脚尖朝右。
The all-male Rainbow Punch Dragon Boat team will be competing against dozens of others in the sport's most important event in Taipei to mark the traditional Dragon Boat Festival. But aside from that, one of their coaches says Rainbow Punch hopes to raise the profile of gay athletes in East Asia.
最感动的时刻大概就是在船上的时候，我们让彩虹旗飘扬在河道上。因为以往的运动队员，有时候他们会隐藏自己的身份，隐藏他们自己是同志这件事情，来让自己是安全的。
Public support for LGBT communities has grown in the past 3 years since Taiwan became the first and still the only country in Asia to allow same-sex marriage. But members of the team say it can still be hard to come out as gay because of traditional values and prejudice. And gay professional sportsmen are rare. At last year's Tokyo Olympics, there were only 4 openly gay competitors from Asia. All 4 were women. Rainbow Punch have been training for months, hoping to make waves in Taiwan's largest dragon boat race. But winning isn't the main thing for the team.
For us to show up in this event, is most important part is just trying to tell people we are out there. Yeah, we are Rainbow Punch, we can do it. Not just only straight guys, but all gay guys can do it. Yeah.
Beyond the championships, the members of Rainbow Punch hope to win more visibility and recognition for their efforts as athletes and who they are. James Rayner and Louise Watt for TaiwanPlus.
An extreme sports enthusiast is facing prosecution after scaling a hotel in Taipei in February. An employee at the elite hotel spotted the 30-year-old man surnamed Han as he climbed 14 stories before entering the building through an escape ladder. Han practices parkour, an extreme sport where athletes use city structures to do acrobatic stunts. Han says he climbed the hotel for fun, but prosecutors say he entered the building without permission. There are 42 indigenous languages in Taiwan, but many are in danger of dying out. Only older members of these communities still speak their mother tongue, but indigenous millennials are trying to bring them back. Rick Lauer reports.
YouTuber Sean Bulanyu is Paiwan, an indigenous group of Taiwan. At 19, he left his community to study in the capital, Taipei. He regularly travels back to his village to explore his culture and shares his experiences online.
我只是想要记录说我们的互动、日常生活，在部落有趣的事情这样子。然后后来做了以后才发现说，其实蛮多在外面就是去市区生活的年轻人啊、孩子啦，他们会有这个需要。他们可以借着这个影片啊、频道，然后他们可以去回忆之前部落的生活，或者是说他们想家的时候。
Taiwan is home to nearly 600,000 indigenous people, about 2% of the island's population. For decades, indigenous people were treated like second-class citizens in their own home. They were constantly forced to relocate, and their languages were restricted in public spaces. Discrimination still exists, and many of these languages are at risk of dying out.
现在的政府已经采取了一些保护族语的措施，或是要去振兴族语的一些策略。那许多年轻人呢，也开始慢慢认同自己的语言。不过，尽管如此我们根据刚才我们提到的主计处的统计啊，在生活中实际使用族语的人口反而是减少的。
Young indigenous Taiwanese are increasingly taking to social media and the internet to reconnect with and share their language and culture. Illustrator Umav Isbalakam records her language learning on Instagram and Facebook.
I'm from Bunun community. I am kids from Bunun tribe, but I set up this fans page not because I'm good at speaking my own mother tongue, because I'm very not good at speak in Bunun language. So I want to encourage myself and record the process that I'm learning in Bunun.
On popular social messaging app Line, the indigenous community have created stickers in their mother tongues.
社交媒体跟 LINE 的贴图对族语的宣传或是个人的语言态度的翻转是有帮助的。那因为过去啊，族语啊被污名化就是被视为是一种原始的语言，落后的。不属于文明的语言。
Taiwan's indigenous people, along with their languages and cultures, were once pushed to the fringes of society. But indigenous millennials, using social media and online tools, are determined to reclaim their identity. Piper Yu and Rick Lowett for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, today we leave you with images of people playing pickleball. The sport is a mix of tennis, badminton, and ping pong, and now the fastest growing sport in the US. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.